Today I speak to Kerry that's got 3 businesses and she wants to open a 4th. She's helping herself to around $500,000 of revenue each and every single year. One of them is a laundrette, and that's the business I think she should explode into growth. But she's got bright, shiny object syndrome. She's seen a new opportunity and she wants to get into that. And I'm like, no, Kerry, do more laundrettes. That's where the money is. Let's find out. Hello campers, welcome back to Business Broadcast. JB and I are back to help people grow their businesses.
Hey everybody, that's the intention.
We're like the superheroes that business owners need when they're in need.
Sort of. Jimbo, though, can't log into his own accounts, but then he went onto a different browser. He went, I've hacked the system.
I just hate having to remember all the passwords, and when your thumbprint doesn't work, so they actually want to do it manually.
LastPass. That's what you need. One password for all of your platforms.
How does that work?
I don't actually know. It's very clever. My wife tells me about it all the time. She's
LastPass.
She's super techie. I've just password 123 exclamation mark.
That's what I want. Yeah, but do you know the hacking that's happening right now is absolutely growing? Like people are getting bank hacking. It is a big problem. That's why there's more and more of this stuff coming along.
We had it literally yesterday with a client. So we're doing a lot of sort of paid ads for them, and the fake spam ad email they had looked so convincing that I had to read it about 4 times, and it was only when I was like, that URL just doesn't look right. It just does not look right. One
of my accounts team got done over, very, very close to agreeing to send someone 50 grand, I think, pretending they were Barclays Bank.
Really?
So we do have like 6 bank accounts with Barclays, but we very rarely use them. We just have some money go in there, some government contract money. So we've always kept the bank account because we couldn't be bothered to change. So we're not proactively using it as much as main trading bank accounts. And so they rang up and said, oh yeah, there's a problem on your system, so we just need to reset it or you won't be able to access your funds. Oh, okay, right. Concentrate.
It's so clever, isn't it?
Very. And it was Kelly, who's like worked for me for 20 years, and she don't suffer fools gladly. Let me tell you that for free. She nearly got done. They said, right, we're just going to make your screen go blank now, which they did. So can you just enter your PIN number? Because obviously we can't see it because the screen's gone blank. And she went, no, I'm not going to do that. And that's when she worked out, then called the bank, and the bank went, we would never ask you to do that. So, yeah, I mean, it's a real big problem. I work with,
I think he had the same thing. But it was NatWest, and they got to the same point.
Yeah.
He put the PIN in, and he went, that's just weird.
Yeah.
But it was I remember hearing him on the phone. He was on the phone for about an hour and a half, and I was like, it was so well constructed.
Yeah, they went, and she went, I'm not happy about this. Let me just go and get my manager then. And they went, so another person came on, and I think that's subconscious. Oh, there's lots of people here.
Yeah.
This must be something real.
Imagine if those people who are that clever to put that together, who are that good on a phone, telling you fake information, if they put that, they're evil to good. Imagine what they could do in the world.
Absolutely.
They could turn a quid or
two. So there's a warning
for
for business owners. You know, he's slagging me off really for not getting good on my passwords and stuff and just use LastPass, which I am going to go and check out just because I like convenience. But be very, very aware these fraudsters are getting very, very smart, especially with your business banking. Right. So today we're speaking to a lady called Kerry, another fellow Essex person.
God, they're all Essex at the moment, aren't they?
She's got a company called MGLB Contracts. Tell us about it, JB.
Well, she has got, that is one of many ventures that Kerry has got. So she's got, MGLB Contracts. Then she's also got Laundry Place, which is a serviced laundry, which I'm guessing is one where...
What's the difference between a serviced and...
Well, I imagine that's where you go and you give the clothes to someone, and they do the washing, ironing, pressing, and give it you back. And the other ones are like the coin operator ones where you just go into. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's on EastEnders. It must be real.
You still put the money in, don't you?
Hello, love. I'll do your service wash for you. Sorry, sounds more like James Sinclair, doesn't it? My impressions have gone right.
Funny,
you and Doc Cotton sound exactly the same.
And then she's got KFC Lean.
She's got, KFC Lean It. I don't even know what that means.
No, I think it's KF Clean It.
Fine, KF Clean It. But that is commercial and biohazard waste.
Right.
So you're like, okay.
What's biohazard waste?
It's like needles and sanitary bins and all that stuff, isn't it?
I'm guessing. I mean, I don't know.
You've got bins of stuff in your gaff, haven't you?
I don't think we just call that the nappy bins.
Right. Okay.
But I don't think is it biohazard? I suppose it is.
I'm not sure. So you think, okay, well, if she is, she swallowed a bit of the James Sinclair playbook here. This is fantastic. It all fits into existing empire. And then you throw in a coaching business. Do you not?
So a lot of people think, this is a coaching business for me. I don't coach anyone.
You coach me. You don't know it's a coaching business. It's a coaching business and it's a charity, all rolled into one.
No, if anything, we do a bit of mentoring.
Yes.
But it's one to many. You come with 10,000 people end up watching this, 10,000 end up listening to it. This is for free. The reason I'm building personal brand is for recruiting and buying companies.
Yeah.
If you really break it down and building a network of opportunities for my trading businesses, that's why I do it.
Yeah.
Yes, I do a few seminars on the side, but my seminars are a few £100 to go to. They're not, and then there's not like a big sale at the end to go, come into my exclusive mastermind to find out the real secrets of success. It's not that. I'm not a coach.
You should try doing that in that exact voice though and see what sort of an uptake you get. Run to the back of the room with your credit card.
But do you know anyone that's got coaching businesses that really makes money?
Yes.
Do you?
Yeah.
Who? What sector? You don't want to mention their names, and I get that.
Ones in niches I think do very well, and ones that have got very specific. Maybe it's not so much coaching.
But they're not businesses, are they? They're swapping time for money. They're profitable jobs.
There's a few masterminds that I know do very well. That mastermind model, but again,
do you know what I don't like about them? How long do they stick around, JB? A coaching client does not stick around for a long time.
A coaching client actually shouldn't stick around for a long time, because if you help them to grow their business, they should not need you. You should outgrow a coach. Yeah. Or the coach is not doing a good job.
Yeah.
You should not take someone to a place that they can't keep themselves. You're a facilitator as a coach. I used to run a coaching company, and the people I work with.
What sort of revenues did you get it to?
We got it to about £750,000 in 18 months. And we were like genuine business idiots.
And was you making money from it?
Yeah.
Why did you stop then?
Because I didn't like the people I worked with.
Okay, we'll just leave this conversation.
Yeah.
Do you see that you have huge longevity with those types of businesses?
No, this is the thing. So if you actually look at the generalised sort of coaching business, I think, according to your example of what a business is, a profitable enterprise that works without you in it, probably none of them are. They are all just very well paid jobs.
Yeah.
Very, very, and some of them very well paid. They exchange time for a lot of money. But it's not a job, because it's always built on the person and their trainings and their skill sets.
It's very hard to sell it, isn't it?
It is very hard to sell it, because the people that they buy into, they want the training to come from that person. I know a lot of business owners say that, well, it's got to be me. When I do the sales course, it's got to be me that does the delivery. It doesn't always have to be, but I think with coaching more so than anything else, it does. Yeah. But, maybe in this sort of hyper niche, we talked to Kerry in the chat before, and she's doing the coaching, but in the space of helping cleaning businesses. So that I like more, because it fits in to what she's already doing. But it's an exchanging time for money gig, which I know you're not a fan of.
I think business owners do it. They consider doing coaching and consultancy because they see it as an easy way to bring in more cash flow.
Yeah.
That's why they're doing it.
You used to do a bit of coaching, didn't you?
Yeah, but it's such a time drain. You take your eye off of the business.
Yeah.
Like even this, what I'm doing with you today, there's a whole day of doing podcasts. I'm not on my business today.
No.
But I can justify that it's worth my time, because, today's podcast might get 250,000 views and listens over a year, the ones that we do.
Yeah.
That might recruit me a member of staff, or there might be a golden opportunity to buy a business, and those good things come out of it.
Well, you said on a previous episode that there was a company that you're looking at the moment, and they didn't know who you were, and then they went and checked out your YouTube, and they were like instant credibility, and now they're chasing you to almost do the deal, and it's a great deal. So the back end benefit of content for you is buying businesses in clever ways with less hard
I'll tell you
cash
another thing.
in.
When I bought Party Pieces off of the Middletons, and it was a big news story, and they kept putting me in the news, and the Telegraph then obviously researched me, saw the YouTube videos, saw the podcast, saw that I wrote books, and then they did a double page or a 3-4 page feature on me, and it helped the Daily Mail to write loads of articles about me. Those wins that content does.
Yeah.
That's where I'm in it for.
But you don't get that from coaching, especially if you're doing it behind the scenes, coaching one-to-one.
I don't think coaching is a great business unless it's your only business and you're a consultant, aren't you?
Yeah.
getting paid.
Yes.
And if you accept that and you're not going to get sale value from it, then that's okay.
Which might be why Kerry's doing it. We will touch on that in a little while. So about her business. So it's been trading for 6+ years. She's got team members. She's got 38 team across the total across the 3 businesses now. 4. Challenge. She's got some challenges because that's what we always ask people for. We don't want to hear about all the wins and all the good stuff. We want to hear about the challenges so we can help people. Challenge 1, getting in front of clients for MGLB. Challenge 2, working out the correct numbers and procedures. She already told us before she's dyslexic and she's got ADHD, so she really struggles with the numbers. And we said, have you got a good numbers person around you? Then she said no. She's got someone, but not someone at the level that it needs to be at. So that's a little bit of a concern. Maybe we'll touch on that in a little while. And challenge 3 was getting it to completely run without her. Challenge number 3, completely run without my input and still make a profit. Well, I think that's very difficult in that.
We had a pre-chat chat. We had a pre-chat chat. And I know Kerry's coming on in a minute. And she said, I'm a bit confused about the numbers. I don't like talking about the numbers. But don't be a business owner then. Quite frankly, don't be a business owner if you're not going to get the numbers. I don't care if you're dyslexic or you can't go. I mean, a good friend of mine, Jamie Martin, he's highly dyslexic.
Yeah.
Probably definitely got ADHD. One of the wealthiest people I know, but he knows his numbers.
Yeah.
There is no excuse for not knowing your numbers if you are serious about entrepreneurship.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to take you out, gang. It is going to take you out. The numbers will beat you. If you're in a race, knowing your numbers and not knowing your numbers, the one that know your numbers, they will always beat you. May not be not in the short term, vigor, personality, drive, determination only gets you so far.
And interestingly, so I had sat and had a meeting with Jamie, who you're talking about, and he just, for every area that he's got a issue with, say, dyslexia, he just puts people around it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
very, very aware of his strengths and weaknesses, and just builds teams around it. That's what you've got to do. I think if you are a business owner that doesn't know your numbers, and then we further said to Kerry about the numbers, and she's like, "Oh no, well, I can't really afford the, like a real top numbers person." Then that's an issue with the business. That's even more of a reason why you need somebody on top of the numbers. You
just cannot manage the business by what cash is in the bank account.
No, absolutely.
And I absolutely promise, if you're a new viewer, listener to this, I never tire of telling this to people. I know lots of people that have got good cash balances in their business, but they're not making money. Because maybe they're getting paid in advance, maybe they're getting deposits for future sales, whatever it is. I love telling the story of the wedding venue, and you probably heard me say this 100 times, but it's worth it quickly reminder. I helped a wedding venue. They always had £500,000 in the bank. Coronavirus turned up, and people stopped paying them deposits, and their cash just dwindled, and people wanted their deposits back because coronavirus forced them to stop weddings. And then all of a sudden, they had a real cash crunch. I was like, oh, we're not actually making any money. The reason we've got so much in the bank is because it's cash for future sales.
Yeah. Got to be careful of that stuff. We asked Kerry, where do you want to be in 1 year? She wants to be able to sell KF Clean It. She wants to be able to open another laundrette, and she wants MGLB to run without her input.
Kerry, let me just dive in here as well, JB, not to interrupt you, which I realise that I've done. But if you want to sell your business and you want to get good money for it, if you don't know your numbers, you ain't going to sell it with good money.
It's very true.
Simplistic advice.
Management, team and numbers, that's the only 2 things people are really buying, isn't it?
Well, I think they get...
Or what they're looking for initially.
The numbers bring them in.
So numbers before the management?
Well, I think... at that level of business,
right?
It's like, oh, these are good profit. I mean, look, if Zuckerberg is buying, Instagram that's not making any money, like the IP, the brand that has huge value there, and people do pay lots of money for brand. James Sinclair bought Rossi Ice Cream, loss-making company, so the numbers didn't lure me in. What lured me in was the power of the brand there, and that's why I bought it. And I thought, well, I can improve the numbers. So yes, if you've got massive established database brand and the numbers are not there, and I've bought lots of failing companies, but there's been other bits that have been valuable. But in this cleaning business, I don't think it would be the brand because it's under 10 years old. So if you're making £200,000 worth of profit, just for say, and I go, oh, that's quite nice, £200,000 worth of profit. Right, who's making the profit happening? And then if that management team that is making it happen without the owner, then you're really interested.
Yeah. We also then asked her, what does a business look like when it's finished? And she said she wants multiple businesses to be able to sell if she wants to. So I don't think there's enough clarity around that, clearly.
Which is
not a knock, Kerry. If you're sat in the background, because I know she's only listened to a couple of these podcasts, this is what this podcast is. This is a deep dive into helping you to genuinely grow. This is not us knocking anybody. Nobody is perfect, but there is some obvious stuff that could be improved here. Do you make the profit you want to make? If so, what is it? Should I want to be taking at least 50k at the end of the year? I want to have 10 different income streams. This is just...
I'm all right with people having income streams.
Five grand in income stream.
No, listen to me. That's what I'm about to say.
Here you go, Carol Vorderman and Mass, everybody. I should get a countdown.
No.
Have I not got the countdown music here for you to break it down?
No. Sorry, what I'm saying is, but you know what? Focus. Follow one course until successful. Once one is making lots of money and it's run under management, that's the key.
Yes,
that's the key point.
People hear this so often though, because there's a lot of like the course sellers out there who go, you've got to, have multiple streams of income. Some have even got events. They're called multiple streams of income. And then I nearly said the actual full title of it. And there's nothing wrong with that. But that person, like you've said, and I think we told somebody off in a previous episode. I think people say it
as well to me because they look at what I've done.
Yes. But you did a blog. No, you didn't. A newsletter. There's a newsletter or a LinkedIn article. It's very good, by the way. I thought it was very good.
I might do a little plug for my free newsletter. I mean, look, more stuff we're giving away for free.
Well, you've stopped the flow now. You might as well go on and give them the hard sell. Christ. Here we go.
Basically, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to read the James Sinclair newsletter, it comes out 7 o'clock every single Monday morning. It's my musings and thoughts from the week before. Something's happened and it's inspired an idea in my head. I put it into a newsletter. It's about 600 words. This week...
Christ, double jingle. Go on.
This week, whilst this is not going to be a line for when this podcast comes out.
About 8 weeks ago.
At the time of recording, I've done a whole newsletter about the price of a Mars bar and a pair of scissors and how that can help you come up with your pricing architecture. Sound intrigued? You can now read that newsletter on my website, jamessinclair.net, where you can see previous newsletters on my blog page.
I'm not even letting you have the full jingle. I'm just going to cut it off there. It was very good though. I was very proud
of myself with the first jingle. I was like very succinct, and then I lost it.
the point was though, sorry, that the caption for the post was.
Can you speak?
I get asked all the time how I can run so many businesses. It's like a previous podcast we almost put out, but didn't. And you said, people said, how do you run so many businesses? And you went, I don't. Yeah. I don't. I've just got a great team around me. I don't do this by myself. You can't do it by yourself.
Yeah, no, I've learned that harshly over the years because it wasn't always like that. You try and be the superhero, trying to save 5 people and then not saving any of them. It's all about bringing in the team. You need to be the Fantastic Four rather than the Superman, using that analogy.
That's a good analogy. I like it. Keep going with it.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Do you make the...
Could be more than Spider-Man.
What do you do day to day with your time in the business? I mainly concentrate on sales. I have an admin team who help with the back end. So there you go. So there is a bit of support within the team for the back office stuff.
Hey gang, James here. Great news. Business Masterclass is coming back to London. This is my ultimate 2-day event that will grow the profitability and size of your business so that you can have a commercially profitable enterprise that works without you in it. I've run this event before. People absolutely love it. We get rave reviews and I'd love for you to come along. Imagine 400 business owners in a room serious about growing their business. Imagine the connections you can make. I'll be on stage teaching you all the stuff that I've learned over the last 20 years in 2 days to seriously scale your business up. If you want to find out how to buy companies, raise finance, get customers, and make your teams as profitable as possible, then this is the event for you. Look, it comes with my 100% money back guarantee. You come along to this event, and if at the end of day 1 you go, do you know what? I haven't got 10 times value out of what I've paid for this. I'll just give you your money back. And here's the great news. Tickets are only a few £100. And there's no sleazy sales on the day. It's just me delivering all the stuff that I know about growing businesses. And I can't wait to meet you. I'll be there. We'll have a little chat with the other 400 people in the room. It's big enough, but intimate enough to really learn the stuff that I know that scales businesses. Cannot wait to see you at Business Masterclass. Now, every year the tickets go like hotcakes, so make sure you get your ticket now. The tickets are £299 as we're making this video, but they grow in value depending on on how late you leave it. So get your tickets now before the price goes up. And I'll see you at Business Masterclass to grow your business.
Should we just get her on?
Yeah, let's get her on.
And find out some more of her questions. Hey, Kerry, how the devil are you?
Hi.
Hey, Kerry, are you now completely unmotivated because you've heard me?
Of course. No, I'm listening. I'm writing my notes. I'm learning.
Good, you don't have to write your notes because guess what? You can listen to this podcast when it comes out.
Of course.
Yeah, look, Kerry, I mean, we had a little discussion. You said, oh, please don't mention the numbers and the stuff. I always worry when people say that to me. You know, you don't have to produce the numbers, but you do need to understand them.
Yeah.
You know, you absolutely do. And if you want to be a powerful entrepreneur that makes money and sells businesses, you must produce monthly profit and loss and monthly management accounts.
I do all of that. I think I've underplayed because I do understand them. I don't have much confidence with my numbers. So I do have people that work in my business and I have all my KPIs, I follow that, I have monthly meetings, I look where I go wrong, I look where I go right. I just don't have confidence in my numbers, I think.
What do you mean confidence? That they're correct?
Yes, probably that. And if someone was to put me on the spot and say, oh, right, okay, what is your thing? I can go back to my thing and then I'm like, okay. So I'm not clear enough, I think.
But Kerry, no one's born to be a bean counter. Like, you do need to get taught it. Now, what happened in my early career, when I was 21, I started out and I had an accountant called Vicky Andretti, and she would come in and do my books and stuff, and it wasn't great. And then I employed a guy full-time called Steve Shaw, and he worked for me full-time doing my books, and he was in my office and he taught me so much. He's actually a family member, and I still have a lot of time for him now. I love him to bits. But he produced me a monthly profit and loss and sort of coached and taught me. And then Judy and Kelly came along and I just learned more and more. So I think you want to have an in-house bookkeeper as one of your top in-house that solely works for you. Because if you're ambitious, which I think you are, because you've got 63 businesses going in 10 minutes, if you don't have a bookkeeper, you will fall down.
Yeah.
And not someone outsourced part-time. You need someone that sits next to you that teaches you.
Yeah.
It will change the game for you.
Okay.
Seriously entrepreneurial people need to, have an accountant or a really experienced bookkeeper that can produce them a profit and loss on a monthly basis and explain it to them. Not just produce it, but actually explain it to them.
Yeah.
And you'll pick it up very quickly. It's not complicated. It's not maths. It's like, it is just understanding that if there's brackets at the bottom, that's bad news. And if there's no brackets, that means it's good news.
Okay.
That's a good maths lesson there. There you go. Everything you need to know about
as I say that,
finance.
do you know the weird thing is, in some situations like governments, the brackets are good news and the non-brackets are bad news. That's really good. Anyway, I mean, I don't want to complicate things, but if you use Xero or QuickBooks, do you use any of those?
Yeah, I've got QuickBooks I use across all three businesses.
Yeah, so QuickBooks, will produce you a monthly profit and loss, and then your bookkeeper will do all your debt chasing, do your VAT returns. But you want to.
I've literally just took on a credit control person, so that she's going to come in, make sure everything is all tied up, chasing the right invoices and things like that to help.
But that credit control person, could they do your books as well, or are they only just going to chase debt?
No, they're going to do the books as well. So they're going to do the before it gets into debt as well.
Yeah, but they'll produce your gross profits if you're making. Yeah, that's great. So whoever that person is, are they qualified?
Just had that meeting this morning. Yeah, they are. Yeah, literally just had that meeting this morning.
Yeah. So you're going to have an head of accounts. That will make a big difference. And you need to religiously create board meetings, and that bookkeeper will lead the board meeting, not you.
Okay.
So they'll produce a monthly profit and loss and discuss it with you and your senior people and say, look, we've made this much money this month, or we've lost this much money this month. We're owed this much. This is what we've got coming in. And they lead it and you listen and ask questions.
Okay, yeah, makes sense, yeah.
It will change. So there's a couple of things there. So we're producing monthly profit and loss and then a monthly board meeting with your senior people. And people think, oh, it's a bit much, isn't it? We're only a small business. No, get into the habit of doing it. It will make a big difference.
Do you do it for each of the companies?
Yeah, we have. I'm in a board meeting more than I have a cup of tea because I've got so many companies. I'm like, we're doing Teddy-tastic board meeting. Actually, Nat says that to me. Like this is my wife, Kerry, that I'm talking about here. She goes, oh, what are you doing today? I've got a board meeting. She went, done one yesterday. I said, oh, that was for Partyman. Well, today it's Marsh Farm. Then tomorrow it's Rossi.
And because obviously a lot of the senior management are the same people, so do you do it? Do a separate meeting?
Yeah, different. I mean, there will be Janky and Aaron come to all of them.
Right. Oh, okay. But
even there might be different accounts people because we've got 7 accounts people in our team. So Rossi will have Emma come to it. Twizzle Tops will have Kelly come to it.
Okay.
But then the regular, the trio, me, Janks and Aaron usually go to all of them.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
The board meetings can game change businesses. And I was very fortunate enough to put them into practice from, sort of 21, 22, I made that happen.
So for someone like Kerry, for example, how would you structure a basic board meeting to make
I would let the
useful?
bookkeeper lead it.
But if the bookkeeper's like, I'm just the bean counter, if they're not used to doing that kind of thing, but how would you guide them into?
You're going to have a very short agenda.
Yeah.
You're going to write SWOT and you're going to write above SWOT numbers. This is last month's numbers. We made a profit this month. Our year to date is this. This is how much we're owed. This is what we're doing about debt chasing. This is if we've got some bad debts. So you do a numbers section.
Yeah.
And then we do a SWOT. This is the strengths of the businesses at the moment. This is the weaknesses of the business at the moment. These are the opportunities that we've got coming along. These opportunities are really good, but we can't really fund it. So, Kerry, you're going to have to go and raise some money if you want to do all those things. What are the threats that we've got at the moment? We've got 6 or 7 clients that think we might lose or, whatever it might be. I'm just summarising and making things up. But that's a very simple thing that I think what you should be doing at Kerry's level. Then once you get a bit bigger, you probably get a non-exec director in that you pay 20, 30 grand a year to, and they give you their opinions as well as an outsider.
Have you got non-execs then?
Rossi has a non-exec, my old bank manager.
Oh, really?
But I'm like the non-exec in my own business now, though I own it, because I'm not in them all the time. I do. The reason you have non-execs, in my opinion, is to hold the board to account. And that's why Sainsbury's would have 3 or 4 non-execs on there.
So can you do a good job of being a non-exec if you're the owner of it as well?
Oh, I can. I mean, obviously, because I think I hold my team to account, and like Janky and Aaron are like the non-execs we're like the non-execs going into our businesses.
Okay. Because
we're not managing them day to day. So and us 3 are very fortunate that we don't agree with everything. We're not like, yes, sir, 3 bags full, sir. Like Janky will disagree with me. I disagree with Janky. Aaron disagrees with me. So there is a good level of disagreement. When you want non-execs, when everyone's like, maybe it's a family business.
Right.
And dad's the king.
Gotcha.
And you want someone to have an outside opinion.
Right.
So
you've got an outside opinion.
I think we do have
in a
that.
way.
If I felt like we wouldn't have that, I would bring in a non-exec director.
So why did you bring one in for Rossi?
Because he was there before.
On Rossi?
Yeah.
What, on their board?
Yeah, because that's how I got Rossi as well. One of the reasons. He's retired.
Okay.
But I do think...
Was he at the dinosaur park the other day?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's a lovely guy. I do think non-exec directors are good for family businesses and people that are not really well experienced, or if there's multiple shareholders.
Yeah.
But ultimately, in my businesses, I'm the only shareholder, and I therefore think I can hold everyone to account enough. If I had multiple shareholders, I would want non-execs in there so that there is a degree of impartiality.
Yeah. Sorry, Kerry, we went off on a rabbit hole down there.
I was listening.
Okay, so knowing your numbers, so you brought in credit control person, so that's going to definitely help with that. Let's get on to a couple of your challenges. So you said that you've got 38 team members across all 3 of your businesses, but your biggest challenge at the moment, or challenge number 1 that you put on the list, was getting in front of clients for MGLB. Tell us about that challenge.
What's the acronym stand for?
So firstly, you got them the wrong way around. So KF Clean It is the domestic cleaning company. MGLB is the commercial and biohazard. So
what does it stand for?
MGLB is the people who started it, and they're just good friends of mine. They started the company. I was helping them for a year, and unfortunately, they said they didn't want to continue with it and things like that. And I really liked what they'd done, and I said no, out of respect for you, I'll keep the name. So there's no hidden agenda, unfortunately. It's just respect for friends, really.
Oh, nice. I thought it stood for, my God, loads of bins. That's what I hoped it was, but there you go. Never mind.
I like that now. I should put that as my strapline.
So KF Cleaning, that was good, wasn't it? KF Cleaning is the
domestic one,
yeah. And what does in terms of like the different, and then you got the laundry place as well. So what in terms of your revenue, what does each of those sort of represent? So have you got like 80% that comes from domestic and a little bit of contract, or do you know the breakdown of that?
Yeah, what do you mean? What, like individually?
Yeah, in terms of the different companies.
Okay, yeah. So KF Cleaning is solely just domestic cleaning. That ranges from, because obviously it differs where people drop off and people come in. It ranges from about 100k to 120, something along them lines. That's quite a big difference, really, to be fair. MGLB, that is the newer one. So KF Clean It I've had since I was 21, so that's been going 14 years. MGLB is the newer one, and that is, I believe, 3 years old. That is currently growing. That is pulling in about 10 grand to 11 grand a month. So add that up. I haven't added that up, so
that's right, love.
It's about 120. That's good.
Yeah, and then the laundrette, that's been running about 5 years, and again that's doing really well. That's pulling in between 2.5 to 3.5 grand a week. But again, I haven't added that up.
That's all right.
So I haven't done the final figures.
312 to 140.
I don't really work in any of the businesses at all. I have people running them for me. I'm just solely the one that kind of looks in, pushes, and makes, and basically decides where we're going to go and stuff like that. The MGLB is the one that I'm concentrating at the moment, or was concentrating at the moment, because I want more biohazard, which is, like you said, the needle sweeps, the after murder cleans, the trauma after flooding and things like that. They're hard to get in front of because you need the professionals, as in like the police and the social services. So you really have to have a name for yourself.
Did you say after murder cleans?
Yeah, trauma cleans. Yeah, they're called. Yeah.
Jesus Christ Almighty! Right, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what.
How on earth did you get into that space? Like, happened to just like saw a shanking and we're like, do you know what, guys? I'll mop that up. Don't worry about it. There's a spleen down there.
It's because I like helping people, and it's very, very, very rewarding. Like we go into hoarders. Where you can't physically get in their house at all. The parents and the kids are sleeping on the sofa because they can't physically get into their rooms. And we come in and we help them, and that's what I like. I basically got a call a couple of years ago, got to help someone, and then I've been more and more intrigued, put myself on courses to learn them all. And that's what I'm slowly pushing myself and growing. I've been teaching my team, and they really, really enjoy it as well. I've made a really big contact up in London that they're going to sub out their reactive work to me because they don't want to go down that line. So it means like I could get a call and I need to be the other side of London within like 4 hours with a team sorting a situation.
Okay, so there's 3 businesses, and then there's this coaching one that as well.
Yeah. So the coaching is it's not coaching, but it is. So basically what it is, I've teamed up with a friend of mine, and we're going to run strategy days. So a lot of people over the years have come to me and they ask me, how do I do this? How do I sell this? What do I do set up and everything like that? And we're going to put strategy days on throughout the year and sell out these tickets to basically work on with them in their businesses to help them and improve them, because you can't go to uni and get a degree in how to run a cleaning company, but no one teaches these cleaners. Unfortunately, it's people like myself. I had a kid when I was young, had an attitude problem, and I didn't want to be taught. And then we all get our little entrepreneur, and we want to be a something, shall we say. And this is what we're trying to teach. We're trying to teach them how to actually get their cleaning company and keep their cleaning company and make it into a profitable business for them. So yes, strategy days, that's what they are.
Okay. So and how many of those have you done so far?
So I've got my first one on the 27th of June this month. I put the
sold
tickets out. Yeah, it's sold out within 3 hours.
Great stuff. And so how many people are you having in the room for that?
10 people. We're not allowing any more than 10 people because we want to not, obviously, we can't help more than 10 people. So there's 2 of us, so we're going to basically have five people each.
Okay, cool.
And the person that I'm working with, he is a very opposite to me, very, very strength on numbers and things like that. So, but he's not very good with the like the personal side, the managing side. So we're going to hopefully complement each other's strengths.
Nice. Okay.
And how much are you charging for that?
What, each person? So there's going to be 6 groups, and we're going to have 10 people each. The first day will be £495, and then they're going to be 300 for the rest of the thing. When you have 6 visits, 3 of them are going to be online and 3 of them are going to be in person. So I think it's 1,600. I can't remember off the top of my head. 1,600, I think, for the year.
Oh, so you do the strategy day and then you do like 3 follow-ups with them over a course of a year,
every
other month or something.
Yeah, you'll have 4 follow-ups. So basically 5 for the 5 days.
Okay.
And then you have to hire a venue to hold it, that sort of thing.
Yeah. So I've been contacting. I've literally done that yesterday. I went round and I've secured venues throughout the whole of the UK and booked them. That's obviously going to come out of that profit.
So you get 1,600-ish quid, do you, per
1,695, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
1,695
times 10.
6 sites of them.
And when you can do that 6 times.
Yeah.
And then so you'll be VATable.
Yeah, 101 it brings in, I think.
Less the VAT.
Yeah, plus the VAT, yeah.
Okay, let's just say it's 100 grand. So then you divide that by 2, take off some costs, so you get 40 grand each, maybe.
Yeah, that's what we've put at it. We think we're going to walk away with that.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, if it all works out well.
My advice to you would be to just open up another laundrette.
Yeah, I am. That's next year because I'm struggling to find premises where I am. I've been looking, and one of my struggles with is, and I know what you're probably going to say, is you have to have quite a lot of money up front for a laundrette. To put down to buy the machines, and you have to have quite a big. Where we've gone a little bit wrong is we're really, really stretched. We're too small where we are. We're so busy, and we're not big enough. So I want to get another place, but obviously I then need probably at least 50k to invest to buy the machines and buy the boards and everything like that.
You can borrow that, can't you, if you're profitable?
Yeah, no, I can, yeah. But I can't find a good site. That's what's holding me back, because I'm still trying to find a good site.
You'll find a site, Kerry. The thing JB and I have both been in this education, coaching, training business. We know lots of people.
Yeah.
You know, on paper, on the spreadsheet, you think, "Cool, this is all right. We're going to make a load of money here," and you're assuming that you're going to sign up 10 times
60 people.
Yeah, 60 people.
60 people. Yeah.
They do detract you from your main trading business, and I think anyone that comes on my podcast, I just have to be honest and tell you that they are a distraction, and when you are building something you cannot sell, and because you're selling your personality here, which is great. People want to buy into your personality, that's brilliant. So do.
Do you mean sell the coaching side of things?
No, I mean sell the business.
Sell the company.
Yeah.
Like your laundrette, when you come to
Yeah.
retirement, that laundrette is just going to compound in more and more value. Actually, there's this laundrette thing is having another resurgence.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
people.
the Cody Sanchez effect.
Yeah, people are definitely. There's a self-serve laundrette about 5 miles away from me at my local petrol station.
Yes, I've seen them popping up at petrol stations.
And it's always people there. I'm like, why is people
Yeah,
not?
it's because it's cheaper to actually go to a laundrette than do your washing at home nowadays.
Is it?
So we're called a service laundrette. So basically you bring all your stuff to me, we do it all for you and hand it all back. So with just using your washing machine at home, you can do one load of washing, and that's a 6 kg washing machine. For you to go through a full basket of ironing, that's a good like four or five washings. Whereas with me, I've got a 20k washing machine, and I can get it all in one wash. So that one wash will cost me or cost you, depending wherever you take it, it'll cost you like £8.
What? I need to go and get
And
me
how
some of
much?
this.
And how much you're using your washing machine, let alone thinking about the tumble dryer situation. You've now got to dry all these clothes. If the weather's not nice and we live in England, you can't dry it at home. You need to put it in a tumble dryer. And at home, you haven't got the efficiency of the tumble dryer. So it actually costs you less to go to a local laundrette than what it does at home.
That makes sense.
And so, who are your customers? Are they like busy professionals or busy parents that are working?
Yeah, so with my laundrette, we are aimed at the higher end, because obviously they're the busy people that don't have the time to do the ironing. They don't have the time to do all their washing.
Everything you get given back is all ironed and ready to go.
Yep. So you can literally just go on holiday, and you're a busy business owner and you've got all your kids and everything like that. You can literally bring me your suitcase. I wash it, I dry it, I fold it, and iron it, and I will give it to you all back, all sorted within 2 days.
Yeah, I can see why people like this.
And
I mean, we have a cleaner that does it all for us, but I've always had that. But it's the same difference. But if I lived in London and I was, a single guy working full time and in a high power job, I could absolutely see the appeal of this.
Well, that's what. Yeah, we have a lot of them.
So you
that don't even live in London; they live in Malden.
Yeah, East London, Shoreditch. You've seen loads of these, almost like vintagey sort of like throwback. They are so popular now, these places.
So if I bring in a suitcase of dirty washing from my 2-week jaunt in Spain, what's it going to cost me roughly to get that all given back, all ironed and pressed?
So it all depends, because obviously, how we do it is you've got a couple of options. You've got if you have like a hard suitcase, obviously we can't weigh it, because obviously that weighs that suitcase. If you've got all of your washing stuff in there, we don't want that weight in there. So we say to you, right, take all of that out, and then we will weigh it, depending on how much where it goes and stuff like that. Because you've also got how we split it is, if we say a 20 kg suitcase, which is normally what you use, we would charge like £85. And we would literally take it all, sort it all, dry it all, put it all in and fold it all. Or we even go down to pairing your socks to save you time.
It's madness.
And it is so busy with even mums, the busy mums. They don't have the time to sit there and do their mountain of ironing. So I have customers come in and drop £100 a week, easy, don't even bat an eyelid, of pure ironing. And the old ladies as well, the old gentlemen, they can't have they need their help washing their bedding. So they bring it to me, and that's a £15. We wash it, dry it, iron it, and take it back to them. We do a delivery service with it.
What?
This is a great little business.
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be messing around with this coaching thing. I would be opening up a chain of these. That's what I'd be doing.
That's the plan. I like the coaching because I like the help. I like helping people. I like.
Let's
helping.
see. Let's just see. You call me back in 2 years' time and you remember this conversation. Let's see if you're still doing it.
2 years' time, you should have
Okay.
120 clients. Let's see how
And I'll
much
be on my 50K.
Let's just see. Let's just see. You remember this
Sorry,
conversation.
that's a really good point though, Kerry. What you just said there, and I'll be on my 50K. You're doing all of this work for 50 grand.
Yeah, you're doing all of this work. You are not doing it to help people. You may think you're training yourself that you're doing it to create cash flow.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, of course. You don't want to do it for free. But I like the feeling of helping. I like the
Yeah, of course we do. But I'd like the feeling of helping old Boris, that's 85 years old, that can't wash his bed covers, and for 15 quid, you've made a big difference to him. That's still helping people. And I want business owners to be putting their time, effort, and energy into something they can sell. I'm telling you now, Kerry, if you built up 5 laundrettes and they do 300,000-400,000 profit or 500,000 profit as a little group, someone's going to want to buy them off of you, and they give you good money for it.
Yeah.
No one.
My problem is
going to buy a
one of my
you.
issues is that I'm in a rented building at the moment. I feel like I need to have the bricks and the water.
Well, good for you. I agree.
I want to have.
You'll find them though, won't you? But you just saying you can't find the premises, you ain't looking hard enough. I bet if I spent the day with you, we could go and find 3 or 4 options.
It sounds like a YouTube video to me.
Let's do it.
Kerry and Jim on the road.
No. I'm not doing. I just think these are good businesses. These little things, I think they're good.
You also said,
and they all have synergies as well. So they all bring in, like with the cleaning, they all link together as well, which is nice.
Yeah.
So we'll go back. Sorry, we'll go back to your first challenge, because you said getting in front of clients for MGLB, which is the contract cleaning. What's the issue with that then specifically?
So
getting leads.
It's getting leads in, but it's also, I don't know if you guys will agree, people are lazy. They'll stick with the same cleaners because of the easiness of it. So unless they've really done something wrong, especially on the biohazard side, it is very, very hard to become a trusted.
The first question I want to ask, Kerry, just because time's marching on, how much is your average order value for a biohazard job? Just roughly, I'm not
£1,000 a day.
So if someone's been murdered and you get Kerry in to clean up the murder scene, you're going to get £1,000 for it. What are you laughing at, James? She told me that's what she does.
I know. I feel uncomfortable.
Well, I think obviously the right thing for you to do is hire 100 hitmen.
Yeah, exactly.
Ready to clean it up after. I mean,
I've told my naughty 14-year-old to go out and just chuck a load of needles everywhere.
Yeah, maybe. Let's end the jokes. No, I think if it's £1,000, I would be doing Google pay-per-click. Because if you spend £20-30 to get a lead on Google, I would seek out the services of a good PPC agency that just does PPC, not a full service marketing agency, one that just does PPC. And you might have to put £50 a day into it.
Yeah.
But if you got that £50 gives you another £1,000 a day. And what's the great thing? I'm sure most of your clients are returners, aren't they? Once you've done a good job for them, they call you back up again in the future.
Yeah.
So that's just the foundations of making PPC work. I mean, you might have to spend £200 a day on PPC, but if that police force at Kent goes, cool, Kerry's done a good job, and they just then keep on calling you, that Google PPC really does work.
Yeah, that's. I think that's what the start of this year, I was right. Okay, I'm going to really push on the MGLB. On the hard thing is obviously with the biohazard, they're one-off jobs. You get hoarders, you get and do that job, or you get a things like that. I haven't got in with the professionals yet to be able to do these regular.
How did the work come to you in the first place?
Privately.
Oh, what? So like a family member says, Dad's got too much stuff, it's actually getting to be a bit of a hazard.
But it's actually turning them into payable jobs, because a lot of people that come to me have either got mental health issues and things like that. They haven't got the money to spend. They haven't got the thousands of pounds plus the £500 to get rid of the waste. And it can be literally ceiling high, and they can't get in their rooms, and I have to walk away from it.
Yeah.
So that's where I need to go to the professionals to get in, so that they are the ones that put me in there, because they're the ones that have got the funding to be able to do it.
We need to find out who the person is at the council, get their name, and then put them on a direct mail and an email campaign.
Yeah, that's what I am working on, but it's hard to get a name out there.
Well, that's why you should do the Google PPC, because they'll be searching for that stuff, and you do it in the London and the home counties. So you do some of your direct outreach stuff, but you also do some Google PPC as well. Have you ever done Google PPC?
No, I haven't. I've been concentrating and really pushing my LinkedIn. I've grown that up to 4,500.
You got to hope that people find you. When people are intent, they go to Google, don't they, and go cheap flights to Amsterdam if that's where they're going, or car hire or van hire because I need it today. No one goes, right, I've got a hoarder. Oh my God, I've got all this stuff to clear out. I'll go to LinkedIn. And just
isn't it where the professionals are going to be? As in, like,
yeah, maybe, but not everyone goes on LinkedIn. But they will go to Google if they've got, like, if you've got, I don't know, a leaky boiler and you want it solved, like, you need it answered straight away, don't you? Yeah. And so Google Ads, I mean, look, yes, have a present on LinkedIn. I'm on bloody LinkedIn. You'll find me on LinkedIn. I post on there every single day. But if I want customers right now, you want the people with intent, don't you? Yeah. And I think JB and I both, I would say, are quite experienced marketeers. I mean, we've tried everything, haven't we? With YouTube, podcasts, text messages, emails, newsletters. I've wrote books, you haven't wrote books. I've done content marketing aplenty. You've done content marketing aplenty. But if you want to get customers right now for this type of thing, would you agree with
Google?
Me?
Yeah. Google paid ads. And then build up that reputation and maybe document the jobs that you're doing. So content marketing becomes a play of that, and then you can push that via your LinkedIn, because as Jim says, those decision makers, yes, they will have a LinkedIn account, but equally you're looking at it through entrepreneurial eyes. It's entrepreneurs, it's 700 million entrepreneurs that are on LinkedIn realistically, and then you've got the people who work for the council, but they're probably not on there checking their DMs every day. They're probably not on looking at what the state of the industry is every day, because they don't need to. They've got a day job, if that makes sense. So you need to get in front of those sorts of people, then document doing a great job, and then get them with content marketing.
Okay, thank you.
Questions?
Have you got any?
You don't have to.
You asked us only one question. Well, I say us. You asked Jimbo one question. Where could I nail down stronger income so it doesn't vary as much? What did you mean by that?
So before I had the MGLB, the domestic side is so, like, you guys will go on holiday and you'll cancel your cleaning, then that cancels them a couple of hours a week for me, for my girls. So that will have an impact on my turnover at the end of the month. So what I've been trying to do with what I've learned over the years on the commercial side, that's very regimented. You don't get the office cancelled because Sally's gone home sick. So I can 100% get my £1,000 a month or whatever a month I pay myself out of that side. So I wanted more. I wanted advice on making sure that is where I can go.
Kerry, the answer is that's what will always happen in those sector types of businesses.
Yeah.
You cannot change that. That's why I love your laundrette business.
Okay.
Because what's great about your laundrette business is location based. People come to you. Yeah. You get a little bit of money from a lot of people a lot of the time. It is a fantastic business model. That domestic cleaning one is swapping time for money. Like,
it is. Yeah.
No one wants to buy that off of you when you want to sell it. And like, you're going to be selling a job. That laundrette is a proper good little business that could become a medium-sized business that someone with big money could take off of you and scowl, and they'll pay you handsomely for it. They're not going to pay you handsomely for a domestic cleaning round.
Okay. What about the commercial side?
I think the commercial side is better. but I still love the laundrette because I think you could own 10 of them, own 10 properties. You could have an amazing life out of that. I do think that commercial thing is better than a domestic thing, and I don't think you should get rid of the other two because I know what will happen, right? You're going to do this coaching thing because you want more cash flow, because you want to make more money, and you just see this as big margin. It's easy to make money. You got this MGLB thing, you got this and they're all bringing in a little bit of cash. But I guarantee if you had 10 laundrettes and they're all making 120,000 profit each, you'll be getting rid of the other 3. You don't need me to tell you it. I'm just guaranteeing you that's what you will do.
Okay.
I've been on the path that you've walked in different industries. I was a kids entertainer. I used to hire out bouncy castles. All the things like people, it's raining, I'll cancel my bouncy castle. There goes my revenue. Any excuse, But when I had my indoor play centres and my day nurseries, people just pay. They just expect it to pay, to come and use your service. And so you'll work out all this stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Usually all the money is when you're a little bit higher barrier to entry.
Okay.
So the laundrette is the highest barrier to entry thing you do out of all those things.
Yeah.
Then the commercial one, and then the domestic cleaning.
Yeah.
And then the coaching is the very low barrier to entry because you just need a personality and you're in business.
Okay, yeah.
It's been a pleasure to have you on.
No, thank you.
Where can listeners go and find out more if they need some commercial cleaning, if they're thinking of doing a murder and they want to tidy up the scene quickly? Where should they go and get more info?
I'll tell you the other thing, Kerry. I really wish you would come to one of my seminars.
I would love to.
You got to come to Business Masterclass in September.
That sitting in that room for 2 days, you would leave a different person with a different lens of the world.
Really hope you do. You invest. It's like 350 quid for 2 days.
Yeah.
I really like you're just exploding growth if you come to that.
Okay.
Not only because of what you learn from me, but there's really good people in the room as well.
Okay, yeah, no, deal.
I'll get Nige to call you on that.
Yep, okay.
Where should we go? Where's the website? Where's the best place to push people towards?
The Laundry Place is based in Malden, so laundryplace.co.uk. Anything wedding dresses, things like that, we can help with. Duvet cleans, the whole lot. mglbcontracts.co.uk, that is your commercial and your biohazard, and then kfcleanic.co.uk is your domestic. And
Awesome
they're all
stuff.
based in Malden and Heybridge.
There you go.
Isn't that where the Blue Boar is?
Yeah. You should be having your seminar at my place, shouldn't you, Kerry?
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
Thanks for letting me down.
Then she could pitch you for the cleaning work, couldn't she?
We do it all in house. We've got one of these. Have you got one of the big ironing machines?
Yeah. We've
It's
got
like a conveyor belt thing. It's weird.
Yeah.
I never realised that's how they did it. I thought it was people with a no.
What is it? Like a machine does the ironing of the
Next
sheets?
time we're at the Blue Boar, I'll show you.
Well, that sounds like a good time.
Yeah, because that was a big aha moment for me. I really thought there was a lady called Doris doing 30 rooms every night, like doing the pillow sheets. Oh no, there is ease to it.
Oh wow!
So we have plenty of we have a lot of contractors that are exactly like yourself in the local area that have all these their bedrooms, and they bring all their laundry to me. I rewash it, iron it, and basically I label it so it's easy for them for when they get it out. Because obviously I know what it's like to be on the cleaning side.
Honestly, that's a good business.
It's a little exploding market at the moment, isn't it? Laundrettes and that
especially
kind of stuff.
I like it even more now. I know you've got some commercial stuff chucked in there because that's going to give you real.
I've got loads.
Yeah,
I've got loads.
Beautiful.
Sinclair's in.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Well, thank you for being on the podcast. Lovely to chat to you, Kerry.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being on. Awesome stuff. There you go. Well, that's Kerry all the way from loads of companies.
So that's what. If you had a little chain of laundrettes and you put the marketing knowledge and know-how that like you have, JB, like if you had 6 or 7 laundrettes with all your knowledge of marketing, imagine what you could do for
Imagine
them.
what I could do.
Oh, mind-blowing stuff. Do you know what? I've never wanted someone to exceed as much as I want Kerry to exceed.
She
That's
sounds
being
lovely,
honest. She sounds lovely. But do you know what? What's going to help us succeed is if she does listen to some of those, I don't want to know my numbers. I sort of know, oh, come on.
Yeah.
No, that's not good enough, is it?
You don't want to know because you don't want to look at the truth.
Yeah.
It's like those murder scenes. You might not want to have to look at it, but you have to mop it up. So you have to know. Should we quickly rate her?
Yeah, let's quickly rate her.
Right, so this is the point of the show, is the 8 traits of the greats. This is where we go through the hallmarkings of great entrepreneurs, leaders, business owners, the doers, the makers, the havers of stuff in life. And we look at the 8 variants that make up a great entrepreneur, and we work out the 8 traits of the greats.
We're going to add another one in just for you. If you've got verbal diarrhea, you get a point. JB.
1.
What's all that? Let's look at the
I was filling for time. Because unlike you, I don't need 3 jingles to get my point across.
Right, okay.
Jesus Christ.
No, you just need 1 of drivel. So 8 traits of great
I'm
entrepreneurs.
just going to call her Kerry Cleaning in
Kerry
general
Cleaning.
for the board, by the way. Okay.
Number 1, starting with the end in mind.
Ho!
What do you think?
No. You're going.
She said she wants to sell her business.
Did she?
No, all right.
Oh, did
okay,
she?
0-0.
I'm going to call you Softy Sinclair. Softy Sinclair.
Number 2, passionate about their cause.
She's clearly passionate about her cause. She wants to, she's so passionate she would rather other people have clean bedding than she has any money. That's how passionate she is.
Number 3, untold amounts of resilience. I do think she has resilience.
I do. I think she's
brought up a kid on her own.
She's a tough cookie. 3 businesses.
Yeah.
Doing $500,000 quid. It's not to be sniffed at.
Not to be sniffed at.
Especially if it's not clean. Oh, Sinclair.
Number 4, the master relationships people. I just loved her.
I think she's great.
Yeah,
I like her more than you.
Yeah, people will just love her.
People will want her to win.
Yeah, I want her to win.
If you knew that it was Kerry's cleaning laundrette and it was 20 minutes away, so, coming up, you would still drive 20 minutes to go and drop off to her instead.
You want her to win, yeah.
100%.
Number 5, commercial awareness. Now, I do want to give her half a point, not a full point, because she actually does know her numbers. Like she said, if it's 20 kilograms, we don't want to remove the suit. Like she's worked all of that weight stuff out. So, and she obviously has worked that all out to get her numbers. And she goes, I get £1,000 a day. She absolutely would be good on numbers because she knows the stuff that makes a difference to the bank account.
She had number fear based on being a dyslexic with numbers and thinking she was coming on to Dragon's Den.
Yes.
Like you were going to really drill, what's your margin per unit of clothing?
Yes. And all the yeses.
But she actually knows generally
she will be very good at it. And that's why I'm even more frustrated. Like she absolutely does get it. She knows how many beans make 5, but she's just a bit scared about someone putting it on paper and sort of, but
credit controller, hopefully that person will help
and
her.
she even that. She knows that she needs to bring someone in to control. Like she is good at the numbers.
She's a more astute entrepreneur than she gives herself credit for.
Yes.
And there's lots of people who are quite the opposite, where she's like dumbing it down almost.
Yeah.
I've got a little cleaning business. I do a little bit of this, and I do £500,000 quid worth for murders, and you know, she just slides that on in there.
So commercial awareness, I'm going to give her half. But
are you? Yeah. I think she deserves a whole point, Softy Sinclair.
No, because she's not producing a monthly profit and loss. So if you don't,
it's all about a bloody P&L, isn't it? Elon Musk.
Unfortunately, yes, it is.
If Elon Musk is not. Elon Musk comes on the show, right? It's like, hey James, I've just bought X for 64 billion, and you go, Elon, are you doing a P&L each month? And he goes, no, I'm not, because in space that stuff doesn't matter. I don't know why I've made him Michael Jackson. You going to mark him down a point? No, you're not, exactly. You hypocrite.
But he's got a publicly traded company, so yes, he is producing a monthly profit.
I can't get back in my box then.
So they innovate, so don't evaporate.
I think so.
Okay.
I think the domestic cleaning wasn't doing enough, quite clearly. That's the other thing. You look at, she's been doing that 14 years and doing 120 grand. And the laundry business has been going a couple of years and doing 140.
Yeah, the laundry business is good. Number 7, they're master marketeers.
No.
She
can't have it.
She needs to get better at marketing.
She will get that at Business Masterclass.
Yeah, they stay teachable and curious. I do think.
Yeah, she is.
That, yeah. So what does she get?
She gets herself.
What's
1,
the scores
2, 3,
on the doors?
4, 5.5. 5.5 points. So she's in line with Ian from the Solar Company. She's 1/2 above Gemma at Gut Wealth, and she's bang on in line with Carl from First Response.
There we go. And on that bombshell, we come to the end of this podcast. If you're loving this podcast and you're watching us on YouTube, please do us a big fat favour and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like and let us know in the comments what you thought about Kerry's business. Thanks for watching today, gang. I hope you enjoyed the show. Now, look, we're looking for some great businesses to come on the podcast. If you've got challenges, but you're desperate to grow your business and you can't necessarily work out how to do it on your own, you'll be a perfect candidate to come here on the podcast. It's absolutely free to come on the show. Go to my website, jamessinclair.net, and there's a podcast button. Click on the podcast button, fill in the application form, and we'll do our very best to get you on the show and try and grow your business. If you're loving the podcast, make sure you subscribe to the channel by clicking here. And why not give this one a watch? I think you'll like it.